All right, this is why we roll the dice.
Yes.
So just to wrap up, our group is asking Joey questions. Jason had asked how many guards are there. Crown said he can only do yes or no questions. Phoenix had a great, no, I bet you he could stomp.
He could
And
count.
said, do you understand numbers? And you rolled and got 100, which means no, he doesn't understand for whatever reason
Yeah.
the concept of how many people. So help me logically figure that out. Is it just a conceptual thing? Maybe they all look the same to him, so how do you count them? You know what I'm saying? That would be the only thing. Maybe if you just see guard with gun, and maybe he's not sophisticated enough to identify different guard, there's three. Is that an option?
Sure.
Or what
Or
else?
he was never number computerized.
Got
you
it.
know?
Okay.
It's never put in his
Right. That's a good point. That's probably even a better point. So if he wasn't programmed with addition or math skills,
Yeah.
saying what's the count would be,
Yeah. They just
I like that. That's a
they
better
just
idea.
gave him in the 1 and the 2 to give him a little bit of
Got it.
language.
So in the yes, no
That's all
is
they need.
binary. So he's just got a basic binary understanding.
Yeah.
They never loaded a math program. So under that, especially the hard no, he's just like,
That's right.
yeah, I think he's just like doing,
For language.
which is just no, no, no.
Yeah.
He doesn't even understand. Maybe he even just sits down or like he doesn't even understand what numbers are.
Yes. No,
Okay,
I think
like
he
that.
doesn't.
Okay, well that's interesting. So we learned about Joey. For Joey, no idea about numbers, and you nailed it. I think he never
Was programmed for
never programmed for math. Perfect. That's
Doesn't even
interesting.
have to be math because it's not counting. You know,
Right.
teach a little child counting.
That's true. So just never programmed for any kind of counting. Got it. Okay. Well, so I think the whole group's like, I think Crown's like, really?
Whoa.
Even when I was 4, I could count, and then
When I was 2,
2. Got it. I think so then,
1.
wow, I think we're still wrapping our head around counting. You can't
Yeah.
count. So what
man.
else? That was Jason's question. Mariella or Phoenix or Crown, do they have a follow-up more? We were questioning about this area.
Jeez.
Well, Jason's got one. How'd you get out? But again, I think Crown says, it's not a yes, no question.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
so Jason says, could you show us where you escaped from? All right.
Yes.
Why don't you roll for Joey? Could you show us 50-50? Maybe even a little better than that.
Yes.
Because he did. So let's
I
just
think
go with
75.
likely. Okay, likely. 75 or less he could show us. 65, yes. So yes, he can show us where he escaped from. So we'll know that. That's good. All right. Further questions for Joey? Anything from Mariella or Phoenix?
Did we ask him if there were other friends of his back at the dam?
It's a good point. I have a vague memory that there were others like him. We know we can't count.
But now Mariella's going to ask him.
Sure.
So we're going to find out again.
Okay. So let's go with, again, a near sure thing, 90%, because I have a vague memory that, yes, he had friends like him there,
Yeah.
but 88, close, but yes.
Whoa.
So there's others like him.
Yes.
So we'll do others like Joey there. We know he can't tell us how many because he can't count. All right. So that's a good question. I think Crown says, I bet, Joey, you think they want to leave too? So would they want to leave as well?
And let's find out how much.
I don't know. Yeah, 50% would maybe Joey's unique in some way.
Yes.
Ooh, 16, yes. So
Definitely.
yes, they would like how about other Joeys? I don't know what to call them. Other robots do want to leave or would want to leave. Okay, so there could be a rescue mission to get them out. Okay. Any further deep questions on that from Phoenix or Mariella?
We could ask him if he thought we could help them get out.
Okay, I like it. I think that's good. I think we could. It could be dangerous. Do you want to go with somewhat likely, 65%? I could see part of his concern would be it's dangerous. So Joey might actually be like, no.
Well, why don't we just ask him first if he
Okay.
thought, and then we'll ask him other things that he
Got
can
it.
say
So you
yes
want to
or
go,
no to.
what likelihood do you think it's likely that we could help him out?
Half and half.
Okay, 50-50. 50-50, could we help them escape, is your question.
And below 50 is yes.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, we'll always have under whatever the target number is a yes. 44.
Yes.
And that's a double, which means there's a random event here as well. So first, yes, we could help rescue the others. All right, and let's deal with this random event. So we know there's a 44, chaos factor's 5, so 55, 44, 33, 22, and 11 would be random events. We're going to roll on this event
Now,
focus.
what will that be about?
We don't know. It could be completely unrelated to what we're doing, or if it seems to match, it might be related to us being inside the fort or something Joey said. We just don't know. So 29 tells us who the focus is of this random event. 29 is a prompt that says introduce a new NPC, a non-player character. So if we've got to introduce a new NPC, if we wanted to keep it with this line of thought, he might be able to, there might be another Joey that.
That's a good one.
I like it.
Or what about the dad coming in?
Could be, but the dad is an existing NPC. So we could have somebody else coming up into the area, and we can do yes/no questions for this. So how about this? And then we can roll on the back. But to introduce a new NPC.
We should ask if it's.
Yeah, how about 50-50? Is it like a Joey clone or something? So 50-50, 50 or less. Yep, that's it. 14. So how in the world would Joey be able to articulate that we did just ask him, yes, we could help rescue the others. How would he reference that on a particular one? Because it's almost like he's referencing a particular model like him. It wouldn't be it's not like he has a dad or a sibling or something.
Is it like the door was left open and we turn around and see that there's another one coming in?
I don't think it'll be there. Okay. I mean, we could do anything. But since we're in the conversation of we could rescue others, yes. Mm-hmm. And then we've got introduce new NPC. Again, it doesn't have to be related.
Oh, gotcha.
But just with the conversation, it definitely feels like he would say yes. And there's one in particular, but how would he, since he only does yes, no questions.
Could we ask him if there's a leader still at the dam?
Like a one like
Joey
him?
leader.
Okay, that's good. I think Phoenix then says, is there a Joey leader? I think that's good. Yes.
But don't we call Joey? So
we do.
Maybe a robot leader or no?
A robot like you?
Yeah.
I mean, it can be in kids' speak.
We can say that.
All right. So we're trying to figure out because he could say no. So why don't we just
Is there a
roll 50% robot leader like you?
Yes.
50 or less. 33.
33, yes.
So yes. So yes, this will be the NPC, is a robot leader. And so then what would we ask after that?
Is he there or is he free? We want to know which. So is he there?
Okay, so is he
Is he
there?
at the dam?
Is he there?
Is he at the dam?
Yes. Oh, 17's yes.
Yes.
So he's at the
So
dam.
he's at the dam.
All right. So
A robot leader at the dam.
And what would, I think just to simplify, Crown says, Joey, is this like your dad? Because that's really weird. But is it like your dad?
Yeah.
32, yes. So I think we can call it, just for this, we'll call it Joey's dad.
Okay.
I don't know what that would mean. So Joey's dad is a new NPC. All right, and I will add him to the sheet, which is right here. So we'll call him Joey's dad. Okay, so that's interesting, and he is in Hoover Dam. So we know where he is. And then that's clear as day because Crown says, we got to save Joey's dad. And then I think what you get from Joey would be,
no, huh?
no, it's a yes, remember?
One.
Is a yes.
One.
So he's waiting.
I thought you were doing two. One.
So he's doing, yeah. So he's doing yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. So that's, well, that's the mission. Yeah.
Yeah, together. Yeah.
So we've got to save Joey's dad. Probably not the correct representation, but good enough that Joey understood it. Mm-hmm. And we can do it. And he can show us the hidden area. Okay. Well, this is good. Jason, I think, is like, oh, heck yeah. Because this is like a mission dream. So Jason's all in. We got a thing. How about Mariella?
He's going, oh, I don't know about this, Phoenix. What do you think?
Yeah. So what does Phoenix say?
Phoenix said, I know I can do it.
Yeah.
Are you willing to try?
Yeah, Crown's like, come on. It'll be fun.
Yeah. And Mariella goes, I like that fun word, Crown.
Perfect. And then Crown
Been
goes,
a long time.
he's able to rip out a long one. I just could feel it. I knew Crown. You got it.
Here we go.
You got to squeak it around a little bit. Not a bunch, just one big one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love his little fun noise. All right.
Mariella's hooked on the fun word.
Got it. So we've got it set. So the mission is going to be to sneak into the whatever escape area Joey got out of. Mm-hmm. The mission's to go in, and we're looking for Joey's dad or the representation of the robot leader to get him out. And we know they want to get out because he's answered yes. All right. I got it. Jason will ask, and I think this has got to be a no. Jason's like, do we need our own guns?
I would.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. And I think Joey's, I think this has got to be like a no way it's got to be no way from Joey. Like he wouldn't, I don't think, want us. So, but 15 or less, he'll say yes. So if you can roll 15 or less, he'll say yes. 62. So
no.
Joey's like,
no.
Yeah. And so no guns.
No guns.
No guns. And then I think Crown's like, where would you get a gun, Jason? And he's like, Dad. And I'm like, wow. Yeah, a little heavy. So no guns. Great. So we know we're not taking any guns.
However,
yeah,
we are going to need something to help us stay safe. You know?
Good.
So what might that be? That's
Right.
what
So I
Phoenix
love Phoenix
wants to
brings
know.
up like, yeah, guns seem scary, but we should bring something for our
Yeah.
safety. So I think Jason would throw out taser. It seems like he likes his weapons.
He does.
Okay, so taser, I think taser's probably 50-50. It's not a killing machine.
Good. And kids could maybe get it.
19. So Joey's like,
Yes.
yeah, so
They've got to
taser.
find an older kid to help him get it, though.
Well, I think Crown says, does your dad have one of those? And he's like, well, let's ask. I think it's a near sure
Okay.
thing, 90% that his dad has a taser. He's like, of course. So, taser. Does dad have a taser?
And I think that Crowns admits that his dad does too.
Oh, let's see. Does Crown's dad have a
Because
taser?
he wants to protect his
All right, let's go 75%. So, yeah, my dad too. So Crown's dad too. Okay, so that means we're going to have
Two
we will have
tasers.
2 tasers. So that's a good point. We're going to have 2 tasers. What else would we need?
Well, I think we should find out who's going to carry the 2.
Okay, Jason definitely says
Yeah.
only I carry my dad's taser, and then Crown's like, Phoenix, you want to carry my dad's taser?
I don't know how to use it, Crown says.
Yeah, I don't want to carry it. So, does Phoenix want
Yeah.
to carry it? Okay, so Phoenix will have a taser, and Jason will have a taser. That's good. Yeah, I don't think Crown would want the taser. Mariella doesn't seem like the tasing type either.
She's not.
Got it. It's more like the 2 leaders, which is definitely Phoenix and Jason. Okay, good. What else? I think I don't know. I had an idea that Mariella would be like, I can pack food.
I think so too.
Okay,
That's
I didn't
just
want to presume.
I was
but it
thinking the same
popped into
thing.
my head. Yeah.
Not just because she's a woman, but
Right.
because she
She
likes
seems
the
like she's
softer
in the
things.
planning, and she
Uh-huh.
knows she can pack sandwiches
Yeah.
or something. Okay,
yeah, she's
got it. So Mariella will pack food. All right. What else?
what could Crown bring?
I think he's got a backpack.
I think we need ropes.
Oh,
We need a rope.
okay. And there's got to be, being a boat, there's got to be tons of lines, and
Yeah.
so Crown brings 20 feet of rope. 20 feet enough?
I don't know. We have to.
Let's go with this.
don't know.
How many
We
feet
should-
of rope? 60 feet of rope. So 6.
Whoa.
I don't know. So 60 feet of rope.
It could be some thin or strong rope.
Okay. Yeah, maybe it's like a nylon rope, which is a little lighter,
Yeah.
but it's long. He could tie off.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. So 60 feet of rope. I just wrote robe. Rope. All right. So what else might we know? Phoenix is going to have my dad's taser. What else might she bring? What do you think? What would she want to bring along? I think Crown has a backpack too, that he's got the rope in. So what else might Phoenix want to bring?
First aid kit.
Got it. All right. So Phoenix is bringing a first aid kit just in case someone gets hurt.
She has a small one.
Got it. A first aid kit. All right. Is there anything else? We got 2 tasers, 60 feet of rope, first aid kit,
Mariella's food.
the sandwiches or the general food, so that we have something to eat. That all sounds pretty good.
Anybody have protein bars too?
Okay. Or back then, I don't know if they had protein
Water,
bars.
we're
yet.
gonna need.
Water would be good. You're right.
Water. And that's hard to carry. That's a Jason job for carrying
Okay.
that.
So
He'll
water.
have to have both
Oh.
things.
I think Jason's got a couple canteens.
Okay.
I think he would. I don't even need to roll. Jason's got like a belt that he holds canteens on. And the only question would be, would 2 canteens be enough for 4 people?
Maybe we should each have our canteen.
Okay. So,
Each.
all right.
Yeah.
We may, so I guarantee Jason has 2 canteens, but I'm thinking like the Army canteens. But you know, they
Yeah.
made the circular, almost Western canteens that are a
Yes.
little bigger.
Yeah.
All right.
So each kid has one,
right.
and Jason has 2.
I think what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do an op to steal not Jason's dad's taser, but my dad's, do you think? Or do you think we can just steal it or borrow it? Do we want to role play? I mean, because we could just hand wave and say we're able to go in and get it.
I think you can just go in
Okay,
and get
rather
it.
than make a sneaking
his
mission.
dad, yeah, his dad would rather have him have it if he knew he was
Got
even
it,
going.
okay.
He wouldn't allow him to go, but
Well, then I'm going to
after
add in
fact.
that Crown's dad has like one of those Western round canteens that's got the strap on it. They're
Yeah.
kind of bigger.
okay,
So he's going to have, we each have a canteen.
yes,
Okay. Each have a water canteen. So we've got water. That is big. I would imagine living in the desert area,
yeah,
like kids would know you got to have water. And whenever you're playing, probably your
Yeah,
parents
so
make you
they
take a
gotta have-
canteen.
yeah.
Got it. All right. Is there anything else? We're like brainstorming stuff we got to bring, and we're asking Joey. Should we ask Joey? Well, again, he can only do yes, no questions. Do you want to ask him a series of questions, just random stuff, to see if he tells us to bring other things?
Yeah, like we might need a metal cutter.
Okay, so let's start asking. You roll. All right, these will be 50-50. I'm not even going to write it down unless it says yes. Do we need a wire cutters? 33. That's also going to be
Yes.
another random event. So we're going to need wire cutters, and then we're going to have a random event. I'm going to just do this so we remember.
Oh,
That's all right. We'll do it later. No, you're fine. There's a 33 wire cutter. Yes. What else? I think Crown's going to ask something stupid. Do we need an umbrella? I think he just wants to get in.
I don't think he,
Hey, you
It's a
could
desert.
block stuff, or if we got to take a break.
to
Yeah,
keep the
I
sun.
think this has got to be a no.
Oh, but a canvas. That's
Maybe.
a good. Okay.
Okay,
I know
so
you're
you'll
just
follow up.
goofing
You'll follow up.
around,
No,
Crown.
I'm thinking umbrella.
I know
Roll
you.
for umbrella, 15%.
No, Crown. I think you're just goofing around. I think we need canvas.
Got
we
it.
need so that we
All
can
right,
use it.
50-50, do we need canvas?
Uh-huh.
Because you're right, you can make a little shelter or
Uh-huh.
something. Yep, so canvas, not the umbrella, canvas, yes.
But she knew he was
Sure.
just goofing around.
Well, I couldn't think about it.
Yeah.
Canvas, yes. Okay. What else? I'm trying to think of. I want to throw out like he's just throwing out. Wow.
I know.
Must have talked
That's
to
why
Joey.
just keep doing it.
Yeah, I know. Socks, extra socks. My dad said when you hike, you got to have 2 pairs of socks. Roll it. Yeah, I didn't. No.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a yes. You're right.
Yes,
46.
that's-
Yep.
40
Yeah, you get
extra. Well, there might be use for that.
bingo socks. See, when
Yeah.
I was in the Army, we had a young kid that
Yeah.
you would go out when we were going out on FTX, field training exercise.
Uh-huh.
There was this young guy who would be like, should we bring our second pair of boots? Yes. And it was like, he just said yes to everything. We're like, shut up, quit asking questions.
Let him carry the
Yeah,
extra
we're
boots.
carrying it. We don't need extra boots. But he said we do because you asked the question. Everything's a yes. So what I
But
think
socks,
Crown
yes.
says,
But there's going to be a use for
Phoenix, you sure he's not broke again? Which you know what he
that.
does. Yeah, he makes the fart. I'm like, that's what he did. That's what he did when I asked him. And then clearly you're like, see, he's not broke. He's
Yeah.
just answering yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You do need. So he needs socks.
Yeah, that's good. That would probably break the tension too. Maybe we don't need to ask, is there anything else? But a second pair of socks.
Yeah,
always
but I think there's going to be use for that when they get in.
Okay,
Because you can carry things and
got it.
socks.
That's a good point. Yeah, you could tie him, hang him around a robot, around a Joey. Okay. On a serious note, I think Crown's surprised he made the fart noise again. Is there anything Phoenix or Marielle I want to ask? Or even Jason? I can't think of anything else.
Well, when do they want? Oh, that's a.
I know, yes.
Should we go tomorrow?
Okay, in the morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Let's.
All right, so go morning.
Tomorrow
Is it
morning?
better to sneak in the day or the night,
No,
basically?
okay, day or night.
So
it's-
morning?
Morning.
Oh, 47.
Yes.
So yes, he says start out early. Okay.
Yes.
So it's an early morning start. whenever we go. Okay, got it. Because we're
And then, do you think we'd be ready tomorrow?
right. That would probably be, can we get the tasers? Can we get the food? The food wouldn't be a problem. It would be the tasers. I don't even know if we need to roll. I think as much as we've hand waved that we don't need to go sneak and get all this gear, that we just know we're going to get canteens and taser,
Just get it.
we're ready to go next episode.
I think we ought to roll.
Okay, roll for it. So
Tomorrow or the next
yeah,
day. You know?
so is tomorrow a good time to a good day? Ooh, 74.
No.
Well, what does that mean then? I guess
We
it
have
could,
that interruption that you said.
what?
Didn't you say there was something that came in? A story? Back up.
Oh, we do have a
Reminder?
random event.
Yeah, random
yes, we
event.
could do a random. Well, no, and real quick on the no, it could be that we're today is Saturday. Maybe he's saying that Sunday's not a good day to sneak in. That might be. I was thinking it would be, but maybe he knows. Ooh, I just had an idea. If it's a secret base, maybe they're more active on the weekend because all the normal workers are off Saturday, Sunday. So maybe the area he wants us to sneak into is on a
That's a
Monday,
good
Tuesday,
point.
Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday.
That's good.
So he says real clear, no.
Don't go in.
Right. And then I think you probably clarify the next day, and that would be yes. So
Okay.
anything that's a weekday, so we need to sneak in on a weekday. If you can roll for the random event focus, just roll those, and we're just looking for a number between 1 and 100.
70.
70 is a PC positive. So we're the player characters, the PCs. This is a positive. So
Good.
I like it. So it's a random event positive. Logically, while we're asking questions, we can either go to the action subject or what do you think a PC positive? Something that's very helpful to us. We know that he said you don't want to go on a Sunday.
So we're going to go Monday.
Right. And so what would the positive be? I mean, there's no school, so we don't have to worry about that. It's summer break. What would be a PC positive in this? Under this, and it doesn't have to be related to the conversation. It could be something random. Do you want me to go random?
We could go random, but I was thinking good weather on Monday, but we're not jumping
we're
to
not there
that.
yet.
We're
Okay.
not jumping to weather people.
All right. Well,
They weren't as good in the 80s as they
that's
are
true.
now.
It was always good. All right. So good. Let's roll random and just see what it gives us on a random note.
81.
81 is excitement. Okay. So roll again. Excitement.
So something cool is going to happen right now with the 5 of us.
I like it. 27. Excitement, a project. So we're excited about this pending adventure.
Yeah. And
this is a PC positive. So
just that each character sees in their own head how they can get these
All right.
items and come together. Is that
I
exciting?
like that we're very, maybe it's just that we're very coalesced as a team now.
Yeah.
So there's no dissension. We're all like really focused and on point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put the random event is we're very focused and on point. And I think for game references, what I would like to do is give us what if because of this in the future we will get one free reroll. It's a PC positive. We're so focused and in unison that if we have a bad roll in this secret operation, we get a free reroll.
Okay.
All right, because our characters already have what's called luck points, which are rerolls. But because of our team focus, we will get a free reroll.
Have.
Just to bring in.
Try saying that.
Yeah, I know, a free reroll. Yeah, free roll. It's because free reroll. Yeah, it's the free re.
But the
You
free
get free
reroll.
The free reroll. Yeah,
That's
that
what
is
that
a tongue twister.
Reroll, you can
All
say,
right.
but free
So I like it.
reroll.
The PC positive
Now we
is
got it.
this whole story's really brought us tight knit together,
Yeah.
focused. We go out on our individual missions. The next time we're back, it'll be Monday. We're going to be proceeding on this adventure together with all the equipment the tasers, the water, the sandwiches, the canvas, not the umbrella, and a first aid kit.
Yes.
And rope, 60 feet of nylon rope. Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Real quick while we're here, how about experience? We each get one. If you want to go down to the experience, we each get one for being here. I think it's going to be, we each get two more. The bicycle thing where the car almost hits us, we did well. And then I think this yes, no question did well. So give yourself a total of 3. We're almost always getting 3 every session. 1 for being here. And then we're both so involved, like the first aid kit, coming up with stuff. I think it's good. How many total experience, if you give yourself 3 there? You should have 3 total.
I'm down to just 3, yeah.
Got it.
Because I used mine before.
Got it. So you're going to put in 3 then.
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I just didn't want to erase.
You can do the full X.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, we can always print new sheets. So one thing I love is as you play, you end up with these player sheets that are wrinkled and written on. Bo, when he plays, he doodles pictures and stuff. So I've had coffee stains show up on somebody's. So when you have a long campaign, you end up with these like grizzled sheets. This is kind of goofy me, but yeah, I'm like, wow, look at that.
Oh, okay.
All right, so I have enough 5 buys a skill, and it's supposed to be related to something we did this round. We did have the movement, which was the bicycle. I could give myself 1 there, but oddly, we did a lot of like investigating with talking to Joey. I think I want to give myself a +1 investigate.
I think you should, because I'm already at 3.
Right.
And
I'm going to pop up. I think all that Q&A and the question and answer and yelling out umbrella.
It led us to canvas.
2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect.
Are we still on?
Yes, but that's fine. This is a big part of it. People get to see how we upgrade the characters, why. Because any of the upgrades also should relate to the role play that happened, at least in this game.
Yeah.
So it's not like I could bring up calculate. I didn't do any calculating.
No, but see, like I
like the investigate.
Because with the umbrella did lead
Perfect
to canvas.
Yeah, and all the Q&A and figuring stuff out is good. All right. And anything to add before we turn off? I thought that was a great session.
It was fun.
Cool. All right, let me kill it.
Good time.
All right. Well, perfect.